All right, guys, before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and even hit the bell for when new videos come out. Let's talk about Heat Celtics. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. This series has been fantastic. Both teams are playing at a high level. It's the reason that most of these games have been close. I know Game 3, the Celtics won that game relatively easily with a bad game from Goran Dragic and some things that didn't go the Heat's way. But this game was amazing, a lot of fun. Really, you're just kind of coming down to, I mean, the Boston Celtics have some really nice high-end talent. Jayson Tatum, this game looked like a blowout to me a little bit to start the game because Tatum had just such a tough first half. He had 0 points in that first half, but in the second half he just went off. Like right after halftime, he hits those 2 threes, and you could just tell like, oh, he's back. We went all fuzzy. Why are we going fuzzy? Like, we're going fuzzy like Jayson Tatum's first half. But anyways, it went crazy, and he scores 28 points in the second half. Fantastic. I was kind of surprised. I felt like I kind of want to see the stats, but it felt like Marcus Smart didn't have as big an impact tonight. 10 points, Marcus Smart, 3 for 12 from the field. That kind of is the game a little bit. When Marcus Smart has a huge game for the Celtics, it really changes things for them. Tonight, Jaylen Brown, 8 for 14. He was actually really solid. So you ended up getting a nice night for Tatum and Brown. Not so much from Marcus Smart. And then Kemba Walker, who they really went at on the defensive end, and I actually felt like he held his own pretty well. But you could just tell a lot of times when Kemba Walker was on the floor, they were giving it to Jimmy Butler to go right at him. But I felt like, Jimmy Butler had that one offensive foul, and it felt like he was getting tentative because he didn't want to draw a foul. And it wasn't like, it was kind of like a point for the Celtics. They were able to kind of overcome it. And so, tough game for the Celtics to lose because it felt like overall they actually played pretty well. But the Miami Heat defense is just that good. They play a zone almost the entire game, which was kind of crazy. But you know what? If it works, it works. If you have something that's really affecting them, and you could tell it affects the Celtics, they have a hard time getting into everything they want to do, and it created a lot of turnovers. I think tonight, let's see how many turnovers for the Heat. That's 8 turnovers they got. That's or let's see. 9 steals for the Heat, not 8 turnovers. 9 steals for the Heat tonight. That's pretty huge to be able to create transition like that. They didn't always convert, but it just puts a lot of pressure on the Celtics. It was really good. The guy that you've got to love if you're the Miami Heat is Tyler Herro. I need a hero is what everyone is saying because this guy is just blossoming before our eyes. You know who he reminds me of a little bit? He's got a little bit of Donovan Mitchell. Not quite as athletic as Mitchell, but he's able to kind of come around curls and hit that mid-range pull-up. He hits a 3, and he's fearless going to the rim. If he had a little more athleticism, he'd be out of this world, but he doesn't really need it. Tonight, Tyler Herro, 35 minutes, 37 points, 66% from the field, 5 for 10 from 3. And those weren't easy threes. Those were a lot of pull-up coming off a curl at the top of the key, or at top of the three-point line and burying it. Just monster stuff. Cojones. There's a reason this guy has an attractive girlfriend. This guy knows how to seal the deal. We're getting fuzzy. He's getting wins in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics and doing a fantastic job. It's fantastic. You've just got to give credit to Tyler Herro. He's going to be great for them for years. He complements perfectly with what they're doing, and he plays like a veteran because he's not afraid. Bam Adebayo had a solid game. Looked like he hurt his wrist at the end, so you kind of wonder what that's going to do. I don't know if that's going to affect him that much, even if you have to tape it up. He's such a defensive, move the ball guy. I don't know if that'll hurt him too much, but he did have some nice little pull-up jumpers from the key. And Bam Adebayo tonight, 7 for 11 from the field, so that's big-time stuff. Really nice night from Bam. 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Solid stuff. You can't ask for anything better from Bam. Jimmy Buckets was solid. He's one of those guys that can kind of shoulder the load a little bit. 8 for 20 from the field is good enough, I guess. Although you'd like to see that be a little better, especially when you're being guarded by Kemba Walker. Can you find ways to take advantage of that better? We'll see if they can do that next game. But this is a big win for the Miami Heat. 3-1 over the Boston Celtics. If you're a Heat fan, you've got to be excited. Goran Dragic had a much better night tonight. Although you look at the numbers, it's interesting. Only 8 for 21. 3 for 9 from 3, but it was good enough. Plus 11 for the game. I think that tells you everything. It was a game team leading plus 11. So Gotta move this. What's with the fuzz, guys? What's going on? We've got like a Celtic demon in my computer or something. And I don't want to say demon because it scares me a little. But anyways, plus 11 for Goran Dragic. Team leading. So big time stuff for Goran. When he's playing really well, the Heat are really, really good. You know who I'm kind of surprised that just, the Celtics have really made a point of maybe taking him out of the game Duncan Robinson. Fantastic shooter, arguably the best shooter in the league. And they've effectively kind of taken him out of the game. 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3 because those were all really tough three-point shots. He's not getting any open looks. And so the Celtics are taking him out, and it probably is opening up things for people like Herro and Butler and Dragic, and they've got to find a way to take advantage of that. But there will probably be times when the Celtics try to adjust things, and when they do, Duncan Robinson needs to be ready to hit those shots. Tonight, not a great night. 3 points, 0 for 5 from the field. So interesting to see if they can get him more involved next game. Guys, like and subscribe to this channel. I don't know why it's all fuzzy tonight, but it is. But we overcame it like the Heat did, going to 3-1 over the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's how we talk. Like and subscribe to this channel, guys. I'll talk to you later.